is going on, friends, fam, beautiful world? It's Labor Day. Hope you enjoyed your day. But we are here, day 980 in a row, Renaissance Man Show. We're going to get into it. It's what we like to do here. See you in a minute.
Some night when the wind starts blowing, I'm going to find a way. Some night when the world stops hating, we're going to find a way. And I'll keep waiting until we find that day. Yeah, I bet I'll keep saying, I'll keep playing. Oh, until you meet us one day. Hey. Time to stop the hate. Stop the hate. Let's stop the hate, hey, yeah. It might be late, but let's stop the hate.
It's Monday. It's Mark Pires.
I was walking
And it's Renaissance Man.
another way.
I'm here to ease my mind and help my living. It's a Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on day 980 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. And we're going to get into it, just like we do every single night. So I hope you guys are excited for the ride. 980 in a row? We're just 20 days away from the 1,000th day in a row of Renaissance Man. That is on September 26th, guys, so make sure you are with us. We're going to have a ball that night. I'm not sure. I guess it's going to be here, but that's fine. We're going to do an all-nighter. We'll be here all night, day 1,000. We're going to get the entire planet here that night. 1,000 times a million is a zillion. That's Biden math. I think that actually is a zillion. I don't know. Anyway, how's everybody doing out there? It's so good to see you. We are officially here for day 980 in a row. And it's Labor Day. What are we going to do today? I put out a poll. What's winning? It looks like a Renaissance Man rant is winning at the moment, followed by live comedy. And then pulling in the rear tonight is this beautiful guitar over here. I guess they're going to have to get to you later, Les Paul. You're going to have to sit there until maybe 15, 20 minutes into the show. Let's see, though. I'm going to leave this open for just a couple more minutes while we do our intro here. And we wait for Zabrowski. You know, we got to get Zabrowski out of here. It's Labor Day. He's like, I wanted the day off. It's Labor Day. Excuse me. You're freaking Zabrowski. You're the Yoo-Hoo master. I'm going to do a woo-hoo and a yoo-hoo at the same time. Give him a yoo-hoo. Listen, Zabrowski, I know you asked on your rider with Joanne for a 6-pack of yoo-hoo. Joanne, did you pick that up for Zabrowski? I told you, another strike for Joanne. Right? I mean, what are we doing here, Joanne? Your one task for the day, besides filing the Zabrowski file, was to also go and get a yoo-hoo, a 6-pack of yoo-hoo for Zabrowski. He's here, ready to do his woohoo. His vocal cords are potentially not lubricated enough for a proper woohoo because of Joanne. Usually, I didn't know Zabrowski usually brings his own yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo and a wahoo. Woohoo. A yoo-hoo and a woohoo master over there. Hey, Zabrowski, when you're getting your Grammy, are you like, yoo-hoo? Hey. You guys remember those commercials? Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo. What's that, Joanne? Just get the yoo-hoo right after the woohoo so he has a chance to drink his yoo-hoo after the woohoo. Just make it happen, Joanne. Zabrowski, no, just get ready. We're 15 away, 13. Get ready. Here we go. Guys, it's the Renaissance Man Show. We're going to get into it. And this is a guy named Matt Zabrowski giving us the woohoo. Zabrowski. Woohoo! He did it. You did it again, buddy. Sorry we don't have the yoo-hoo for you tonight. That's on Joanne. We asked her, you put it in the rider. She's just like, maybe it's not that important. Listen, you're not satisfied with the doll hairs? I've been paying you in doll hairs. You can't take those doll hairs to the local People's Bank? I'm just here to deposit my doll hairs. Excuse me, ma'am, we don't take doll hairs? Hold on. You don't have an exchange rate for doll hairs? I got this from my employer. He's paying me in doll hairs. You're telling me I can't do anything with these doll hairs? I'm not sure. Maybe on the open market, but we don't do a transfer of funds for doll hairs. Why is he paying you in doll hairs? You couldn't get him to agree to pay you in dollars? No, I thought he was paying me in dollars. And then I opened up the first envelope and there was freaking hair all over me. And I'm like, Newman, And so then I looked at the contract and I saw I had agreed to doll hairs. And now I'm here at the bank just trying to see, can we do some sort of exchange rate? How many doll hairs per dollar? What are we doing? Is it 10,000 doll hairs per dollar? Because I'm dealing with a 500 doll hairs a day situation. Just trying to figure out how to get a proper exchange rate. Is it worth as much as the rupee? What are we doing? I'm trying to figure out because I got a friggin' bag full of hair from the first 2 weeks. I don't know what to do because he's giving me envelopes every day. The envelopes are getting bigger. He's going to older dolls. He goes to tag sales with Gary V. I'm crushing it. Gary V, killing it out there. Are you kidding? Crushing it. Gary V's kind of almost like a Donald Trump. He's got the Trumper thing going on, but really he's Gary V, crushing it. If you're not out there crushing it, you're crushing it. Crush it. You got to crush it is what Gary Vee has to say. It looks like comedy is taking the lead over here. Hammer, jabber, labber, babber. Hold on a minute. If we're going to get into a comedy scene, we may have to feature hammer, jabber, labber, dabber. You can't have an episode of Hammerlin Jamison without a proper introduction and without a mustache. You just can't do it. People don't understand Hammer unless he's speaking through his mustache. Hold on a minute. We're going to set this up for you real quick. Since comedy won. Hold on. Now we have a Renaissance Man rant, possibly. as Hammerjam. We could talk about how crappy the world is as Hammerlin Jamison. All we need is one more vote for comedy. We'll get to the rant, but all we need is... Oh my God. Look, that's on you. You know, like, it's up to you. You want to have a rant? You know, you got a hammer jammer, like, ready to go. You want to do a rant? Like, oh, look, I get it. You know, what's that? No, Joanne, they want to do a rant instead of a hammer jam. No, don't open up the hammer jam file. No, there's only receipts for Jamison in there. We can't really, afford Hammerlin. Whenever he's on air, we're talking about 6 to 8 bottles of Jamison, and it all goes into the receipts, go into a file, the Hammerlin Jamison file. I think it takes up how much is it? Half the cap? Yeah, I think there's not much room in the file cabinet over there. Oh, what happened there? I don't know what happened. But it looks like we have a moment with Senor Hammer Jammer. And guys, if you don't know who Hammer Jammer is, basically newscaster from the 90s, really top of his game, but he had a problem with the Jamison and basically fell asleep on air, on food, and... Oh, I'll tell you, this Hammer Jammer, I guess. And I think, look at that. What's over there? I think what we have to do is a little 1-2 Magoo. You got to Magoo it. You know what I mean? Like, what's that? We got a Labor Day laughs and live loop jabs with Hammer Jammer Labber Babber. I'm going to try to see if I can put this on properly tonight. I never really seem to do it. Hold on, Amana. I think we're going to be somewhat okay as Hammer Jammer. I'm not really sure. We'll find out in a second. That's good. That side's okay. What's Hammer doing over here is what the question is when we start getting into it. Hold on a minute. I think we have to do this proper. If we want to have a segment for the next episode of NBC News, we got to make sure we do it with Hammer Jammer on the proper microphone. You can't do it on the 1-2 Magoo microphone. I see a fly in here. Hammer Jam doesn't like flies at all. I think we're going to have to kill a couple of flies tonight, Miyagi style. Okay, let's just put this on. Hammer Jam, giving it to you straight tonight. As always, we're ripping the lid off the fake news. Get that friggin' hair and stay down. What are we doing over here? Okay, hold on a second, people. This was not planned. Just like everything else on this show. Nothing's ever planned. Okay, it looks like we are on. Is Hammer Jammers... Oh, we got a Hammer Jammer in the house. Hammer Jam Productions. Hold on about that. I think if I turn down my actual monitors in the room here, then we can get away with getting louder. Let's do this. I'm going to shut that off and bring this to here. Now, what happens if I go to here? Do you guys hear me a lot better if I do that? You probably, right? Hammer Jammer.
It's Hammerlin Jamison! It's hammer time!
You can't go with a Hammer Jammer like that. And what is with this stupid thing over here? It's going to be a very tough Hammer Jam episode if you can't get your hair to stay on the frickin' mustache. Hold on, dot.
It's Hammerlin Jamison! It's hammer time! That's right, look, I'm here every single night on the Real Talk program to rip the lid off the fake news! That's right, it's hammer time! Oh, ham, jam, bam, thank you, ma'am! That's right, people, look, check it out every single night on hammer time!
It's Hammerlin Jamison!
I'm here to drop the hammer and rip the lid off the fake news. We got a lot to talk about tonight. It's been a whirly one. Not really sure what that means, but Hammer Jam is here for the evening. You're stuck with me. We have a couple of things to get to, and there's a good chance we sent it to our weather report specialist, Dr. Wayne Doppler, which could happen sometime this evening if I don't back out. Hammer Jam wants to keep the situation out of the world. They're kind of falling in their faces, people. I think it's kind of his head in there and Hammer never. English Hammer! I'm sorry. I had a couple of bottles of Jamison before the show. I thought I could handle my Jamison. Honestly, it's usually between 4 to 6 bottles before I start to slow my speech. And I'm only on 3.5. I was like, I'm good for the show. I think if they slip me a couple of Mickeys, we'll be good for another 20 minutes or so. Hammer Jam is here to drop the hammer and rip the lid off fake news. Now, if you're not sure of who Hammer Jam is, I'm only an Emmy award-winning journalist 15 times over, until, of course, the fiasco of '88, which we don't talk about very much anymore. I was there running a report on a lion who'd gotten loose and had attacked a young boy. And they said, oh, let's go to Bruce Beck for the friggin' weather and sports. I'm like, Bruce Beck? He's like 18-year-old Bruce Beck. He's out there, the Reds and the air and the Blues. The friggin' Blues. How do we get from baseball to hockey? Bruce Beck, he was new to the game at the time. Hammer Jam decided to order himself a Mexican pizza. And this is prior to the Taco Bell. It was just a big pile of cheese and sour cream. They threw some like over easy eggs on top. It was like a ranchero sauce. Well, and when they came back, I didn't realize that the hammer had fallen asleep on the Mexican pizza. It was delicious. I woke up and said in Hammer. English Hammer! I'm sorry. I'm starting to lose the motor functions. I'm falling sideways. I'm falling on the table. I gotta hold on to my desk. He's gonna be thank you, desk, for saving me. What? What's it? We're live? Right now? I thought you said end break. You didn't call. I thought you said end break. Like, we're taking a break now, Hammer, take a nap. I'm sorry, people. That is his fault. He said I heard him in the background say, Hammer, it's nap time. We're taking a breaker. We'll wake you up at the end of the break. Oh, Hammer Jam's having a problem hearing and falling. I'm sorry. I'm here to drop the hammer and rip the lid off fake news. Look, I think it's important. I can't lose my face. I can't lose my face right now. I can't. I'm having trouble speaking. My arms. I can't move my arms right now. They're stuck. I think somebody give me Jamison. It's the only thing that's the antidote. I'm falling sideways. My arms are fun. I can hit it. I'm rolling around in a circle. He put me in a child seat.
I was sitting in a child's seat with a friggin' seatbelt on. Because they know Hammer Jam falls off of his seat quite often. Look, I'm only here to give it to you straight. And right now, I could use a couple of straight shots of Jamison. Hammer Jam! Ripping away off fake news. I said it rhyming. The morning in the morning. English Hammer! I said in Hammer. It's not English. I'm sorry. That's not a normal reaction from Hammer. I enjoy my Jamison. I don't want it to come back up. They stay down there forever in my belly. And so when I go to sleep tonight, I can feel the gurgling in my nether region of the Jamison. I don't want to go to sleep on an empty stomach. I want it full of Jamison. What's that? You pipe down. No, you Timmy, my friggin' Emmy winner. You can't tell Hammer what to do and say. I'm here doing this, reading off the script. You put it on the teleprompter. Why don't you learn how to friggin' write English? I mean, you're reading whatever the hell you wrote up there is exactly what I'm saying. Hammer is a perfect teleprompter reader. Yeah, no, they gave tips to the president's current president. He needed help. How do I do it? Oh, I'll tell you all about it over a bottle of Jamison. I'm sorry, this is not my best performance. I'm much better at dropping hammers. I almost got it! I came back from the darkness of a black hole. Almost smacked the hell out of that friggin' fly. It would have made me feel better. What? No, I didn't fall asleep. Give me a bottle of Jamison. Look, I appreciate each and every one of you.
That's Hammerlin, Jamison.
And I look forward to the next episode of Hammer Time with Hammerlin Jamison, dropping the hammer and ripping the lid off of fake news. I was shitting Herman. I was just shitting
Hammer Time.
That's right. Freaking Hammer Jam? What, are you kidding me? You asked for comedy. I'm going to give me comedy to start the show, Mark. Well, what the hell? You get freaking Hammer Jam coming out there? Bottles of freaking... Are you kidding? What are we doing over here? You get me a bottle... You get me a bottle of Jamison from Hammer? No, I'm sorry. You can't have a problem when Hammer Jam comes out and he's just like... all over the friggin' map. It's Hammer Time. You got hit with a Hammer Time right there. Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna just deal with the Hammer Time situation. Yeah, you did. You got it. You're like, it was all around you. Look, I can't blame you for like wanting a Hammer Time situation. Like, I'm into a Hammer Time situation. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop. Boom. Stop. Collaborate and listen. I think that's Vanilla Ice. Whatever. You know what I'm saying, though. You want a Hammer Time situation. I want a Hammer Time situation. We make it happen, right? Pow. Ripping lids off. Yeah, of tuna. Smelly. No good. Go take a shower. You were drinking a lot. Jamison. You know, it must have been pretty weird to see Hammer fall asleep on his Mexican pizza.
If like you were in there and you were like an AR, you're like sitting on the side and you're like holding the light over the top of Hammer while he's getting ready, and they're like, okay, we're gonna go over here to Gene for a few minutes. Gene, what's happening over there in Detroit with the weather? And he's out there, and this is pre-Wayne Doppler, Dr. Wayne Doppler. And all of a sudden, Gene's like, yibbity yabbity you. They go back to Dops, and I mean they go back to Hammer Jammer, face down, Mexican pizza. Peels it up. He's got his salsa over here. He's got sour cream, guacamole. Cheese is falling off his face. He looks like Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs. Oh, Pizza the Hut. Oh, he rules the galaxy. We owe him 100 trillion billion zillion space bucks. You can't get your space bucks together for Pizza the Hut? Hammer Jam? Delicious. Hammer Jam ate it up live on the air. You got to look at that. That's on YouTube. Go check it out. Oh, Hammerlin Jamison falls asleep on Mexican pizza. Pizza the Hut. Phew. Eating it live. Yeah. It was more like Pizza the Hut, but it was like the Mexican Pizza the Hut. Mexican Pizza the Hut. You owe me 700 billion space bucks. I thought you knew about like traveling with extra space bucks in case you run into a Mexican Pizza the Hut. You can't be prepared for the Mexican Pizza the Hut? Hammer Jam wasn't. Slap right down on the Mexican pizza, and all of a sudden he had a Mexican Pizza the Hut situation going on, and he didn't bring his space box. No, he wasn't ready to pay it. He wasn't ready to pay it forward. Pizza the Hut. Oh, Mexican Pizza the Hut, here you go. You can pass. He was like, no, he's like, George Soros played Pizza the Hut as well. You should know that. Yeah, Soros played Pizza the Hut, Jabba the Hutt, and he also played Palpatine. Yeah, all three. It's pretty crazy. They didn't need him to put any makeup on for a Pizza the Hut or for Jabba the Hutt. They're like, just lay there and eat your friggin' grapes. Yeah. I am eating the grapes. Yeah, we know you're eating grapes. That's a freaking dead-on Soros, by the way. If you haven't seen my Soros, I got a couple of them. Pretty silly bits here with Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil, it's Soros. Show me Skywalker. Oh my goodness, guys. So we had a little something there with a little Hammer Jammer. I'm not sure it was any good. I never know. I would say this, though. We have been dropping a lot of good stuff. And it's important for the world to see the stuff we drop. So if you're somebody who pops onto the live show and you like the live show, go and seek out the content I drop on a daily basis, because they're not alerting you to it. And just go and watch the stuff that gets dropped, so you see the show, but also afterwards go and pop on Deal of the Century. Go pop on Producer Joanne Takes on the Zabrowski Files. Do You Think You Can Dance? That's another great one. There's 2 of those in a row. Radio call-in contest was hilarious. Living Love is on the last album. Zabrowski Goes to Fly School. Unbelievable. That was funny as hell. Concentrating While Camping. That was about, Spider Mark. Help Them Find the Light. Zabrowski Woohoo Grammy Moment. I'm just going through the last 20 clips here. Can't Stop This Train. That's on the last album. The Mark Della Effect. Oh, Dr. Wayne Doppler. Let It Flow on the album. Christopher Walken plays Dick Facce. That was stupid, but I left it up there anyway. It's probably one of the worst bits, but it's still, there's some funny parts, but it's not good enough to leave up. I just left it up. Vibrating at a Level of Love. The whole world should be watching that clip right there. That was on August 26th. Vibrating at the Level of Love. I don't even know what I said there, but it was powerful. But today we dropped one, The Origins of the Mark Pires Renaissance Man Show. And this is just a little breakdown. I didn't get a chance to listen to all of it until later. The last 2 minutes are so powerful. The ending of that is, I almost want to just quickly play you the ending of this so you guys can see this last part. There's something powerful here that needs to be shared with the world. It's important to understand, that when we're out here doing these things, and we're out here creating these songs and these moments, I can't really appreciate
Ramp is the
them
only
myself.
spend management platform that helps you spend.
I can't appreciate them myself because I'm in the middle of creating them and allowing. So with that in mind, I can't think and I can't appreciate or review. It's impossible to do that when you're living in the moment and allowing something to take you somewhere. So I expressed that here. I'm going to just share that part.
Oh, Sig, thank you for sending me your buddy today, Carlos, because I'm putting you through the freaking ceiling.
Here we go.
The vibration. The world changes.
Okay, here we go.
Because when we do what we just did, and we connect in the moment, and we build each other up to that high vibration of love, the world changes. Right now, we're all living down here. That's where they have us. When you tune into the negatube, that's what you get. Low vibration. Negatube. You tune into the positube. You tune into the Renaissance man. I'm putting you through the freaking ceiling every day. Because you know what? If I could force as much positivity and energy into your system as possible to prepare you for the darkness you're about to get tomorrow, believe me, that's what I'm going to do every day of my life. They won't win. They think they're going to win. Evil always thinks it's going to win. But nothing can stop the power of the light. Nothing can stop the power of love, no matter how evil it is. So remember, when you come from love, you could change the world. And I'm ready to do it. I've been showing up every day to do it. So, whenever you feel misheard, misrepresented, misloved, you're not feeling like you're getting it from someplace, you're feeling frustrated or depressed, just go to the freaking playlist, to the music playlist, and push play on anything, and you will feel something passionate bring you out of that darkness. These are moments that took place here. Someone came in yesterday, was likely just trying to create an issue, and they were like, oh, why are you playing clips? Why aren't you playing it new? When you've released 91 songs in the world, if you don't play them for people so they know the songs and remember them and say, hey, you know what? I like that. I want to hear it again. Let me go buy it on iTunes. Let me go and download it over here. Listen to it on Spotify. I don't write these songs in the moment so they'll never be heard again. I write them in the moment so we can listen to them. Say, wow, I want to be able to listen to them as well. Oh, you listen to your own music? Yeah, I can't get that message anywhere else, people. Where am I supposed to get the message? A sign of the times. I'm not seeing that anywhere else. Yeah, I gotta read my own content. I gotta hear the moment that was presented through me because I wasn't able to live it. I was in the middle of creating it. When you're in the middle of creating it, you can't appreciate it. You don't hear it. Do you ever notice? I'll finish playing something and the moment, the first thing I do is this. I let the moment pass and then I go like this. I don't know why it's not working. Why isn't that working now? Oh. So I'll put on the clip I just recorded to listen to it. Because while I'm in the middle of playing, I can't hear it. I can't hear it like you hear it. I'm in the middle of manufacturing the next set of lines. The next notes are coming to me 8 to 10 seconds ahead. I can't do that and then also listen to what I've been creating. It's one or the other. I can either focus on allowing my mind create and freely go, or focus on, oh, how great that sounded, or, oh, you know what I should try to do next? What I should try to do next leads you to failure. The only way you can create in the moment is if you allow. It's a weird thing when you take your hands off the wheel and you allow something else to drive.
I love that last line. I love that last line. You know, the moments we have here are powerful. That's why I'm going to be dropping more of those motivational, inspirational moments because, if you're sitting on the outside, you're like, oh, this guy's a goofball or this guy writes cool songs, but you're not like, wow, there's powerful moments that take place on the show. And every single day we have at least one of these moments. And I think we're actually due for a Renaissance Man rant. So we're here today. It's Labor Day. I hope everybody out there is getting the most out of their experience when it comes to working. I hope that they're making enough money. It doesn't seem like anybody is for what they do. Things are getting difficult because of inflation and everything's going up. You see gas prices. I went to an electric car because I saw what gas prices were doing. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I'm pretty sure that if 45 was still there, I wouldn't have gone electric. I'm just certain that gas prices are going to go up to $5-6 because the guy who's there is not for this country. It's a sad thing when you start seeing a lot of videos online, people saying, I voted for him and now I'm really can't believe that I did this. And, the media made it seem like 45 was like this. And, man, it's just so believable. And I'm really but after the first 9 months and to see what this guy's done with this country, I'm really regretting my decision. And I'm like, you know what? It's mental that anybody believed the narrative last year. I tried so hard with the DJT show. I created 35 very funny episodes, and none of them were seen. They specifically, systematically shut them down because if you saw them, I am certain there's no way this guy would have gotten in. If we had the nation see the 35 episodes of the DJT show, nobody would have voted for that guy because I found every piece of dirt on him and I played it over and then I remarked, as the trapper, are you kidding me? The sleepy poopy pants? Are you kidding? He's there at the Oval? Are you kidding? What, Melania? No, don't go near the gold toilet, Melania. And so I was just like remarking as the trumper on everything. But it was all the bad stuff. Everything racist the guy said. Everything that just seemed like, what? Every bumble. I wrote a rap song called Bumbling Biden. I made a t-shirt that I sold. You could buy it still. And so I fought very hard for this country last year. And I got thrown literally into the dirt, into a grave by these people. They were like, this can't be seen. Like, this is good, and it's funny, and it speaks volumes to the truth of our world right now. We cannot let anybody see this. We can't let anybody hear this guy's rants. We can't let anybody hear the society-driven truth tunes that are coming out of the guitars on a daily basis, an album a month of pure positivity, live looping, songs happen literally here in the moment, and then we have an album at the end of every month. And the songs, just go listen to him. You'd be like, no, he wrote that. He sat down and spent 3 weeks and wrote that. Not one of them, except for the first song on album 2. We All Are the Same. I wrote that one in 2001. And that's a powerful tune you need to hear. We all are the same. We all feel the same. We hurt the same. We bleed the same. We all are the same. And I don't know a divine way to live. I just love my days. I live my days and I wake up tomorrow. It's a great tune. You should check that one out. But we connect to something here that I was only briefly connecting to when I was writing songs. I was connecting to these really, really powerful moments when I wrote stuff like, we all are the same, and The Best for You and Me is a beautiful song. And the songs I was writing were prophetic to the future that we were about to embark into. This disgusting reality we live in where it's misinformation, disinformation, lie upon lie, and fear. Everything's intended to confuse you and to generate as much division as possible. And here's the worst part. They're successful. They are so successful. But we have to change that. Because if you know it doesn't feel right, And it hasn't felt right at all the whole time. And we continue to get sucked in. Anything that makes you feel that way, anything that makes you feel upset when you watch it is not news, it is propaganda. It's easy to build a narrative. They did a great job on all these different subjects over a 1-year period in order to divide a country, in order to create a new opportunity for, I say, the destruction of our society. There's no other way to look at it. Everything is forcing down. Nothing is moving up. Last 4 years, we were moving up, but society was pushing everything going up, down.
Oh, he said this. He did this. Did you hear what he said about these people?
What's going on with foreign affairs? We got an embassy in Israel, didn't we? What? Oh, what other president? No, none, right? The guy that's there now fell asleep the other day when Israel was there in the Oval talking to him. He fell asleep right in the middle of the guy saying how powerful their countries are and how they need to remain, their strong ties need to remain. Freaking sleep sofa. Took a nap in his Joey futon right there. This is the reality. I was screaming on top of a mountain last year saying, guys, you cannot allow this to take place, because when that guy falls down the stairs because she pushes him, then she becomes, and then we're really in trouble. Right now, they're moving him around. He has no idea what's going on. There's a great clip. Somebody was like, all right, Nance, you want me to answer some questions? Whatever you want me to do over there. What do you think? And she goes, am I on the air? And they're like, Pelosi, am I in the air? And they're like, no, or whatever. And she goes, no, we don't want him to speak. No, he's a gem. Yeah, they really believe in him. Pelosi is running the freaking show. Into the ground, by the way. 13 soldiers lost their lives. 13 brave soldiers put their lives on the line in order to bring home men, women, children, friendlies from and these people, Pelosi blocks them speaking their names. She'll get up there and talk about every single person, George Floyd this, but she can't mention the names of the 13 soldiers that lost their lives. How does anybody be like, yeah, that's fine? How could we be a country that delivers all of the information on the citizens, on the soldiers, on everybody that's there that we want to get out to our enemy? But when we apparently get rid of 2 high-profile targets, we can't tell the American people who they are. No, we can't. You're not able to know that information. But you could tell our enemies, everybody that's on the ground. That makes a lot of sense. And the most beautiful one I heard earlier today, that they apparently are pushing some legislation through. I'm not sure if you heard this, where they're banning much of the ammunition that people use here in America, that it's just straight up regular. There's nothing like you would say, wow, this is, some 50 cal or no, this is just normal ammo. They're banning, and they're doing it a very, very sly. And I heard about this, I think it was just a clip that came on Fox. I think it was Tucker. And he's like, the way he said it was perfect. When you give all of our ammunition away and all of our guns to our enemy, you don't have the right, or you have some nerve to even open your mouth on saying that you're not going to allow the American citizens to keep theirs. You're going to give it to the enemy, and you're going to take away ours at the same time, same breath. How are people dealing with this and saying it's fine? I'll tell you what, too, what really bothers me is I read a thread on Zuckerchooch book, and these people are out of their freaking minds. They're like, oh, I love what he's doing. He's doing such a great job. I'm like, they're watching the freaking Kool-Aid factory. They're sitting there drinking it all day long. Oh, Sleep Sofa's doing a great job. What are you watching? Where are you? Oh, you're the same people who believed everything that you were spoon-fed for 4 years. I don't understand the stupidity. Why can't people search their souls and be like, that does not feel right? I'll tell you why. They get 24 hours a day of that. They don't have the shut off. They don't have this show yet. Once they could come here for a few hours every day and live at a place that speaks the moment, speaks the truth, and is not afraid to. I'm afraid to talk about the things they won't let me talk about because I don't want to be deplatformed. I've been here for 980 days in a row. I'm not going to allow them to cut my throat because they want to. I don't need to talk about the things that everybody else is talking about. All right? We all agree there's a lot of really, really weird things going on. I got one show pulled and they gave me a potential red strike. They said, you can't talk about those things. I can't say these words. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm in America. I'm a streamer. And I can't speak about things I feel. I can't have a conversation with you and ask you questions. When did we become a sissy society that can't determine what they want to believe? No, we have to give them what they need to believe. This is where we start getting very close to this, like, Castro, like, we're sitting watching over you. They've got their eyes on all of us. The other day, I'll tell you something crazy. You want to hear something wild? I'm in the car, I'm speaking with my wife, and we mentioned a certain thing that starts, it's a water thing, okay? But it was a thing at the very beginning of this entire plan that we're dealing with. You know, they came out, like the former prez, he came out and he was like, yeah, this thing works.
Look, this thing's like fantastic. You give it to people, they've had it around for 70 freaking years. Oh, you want to go and you get some freaking like bug to bite your arm? Yeah, you don't want to get a Spider-Man situation, Spider-Mark situation. So you get this thing, you take it, it's a freaking pill. It's like 2 cents per, right? And then all of a sudden they're like, no, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. You know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to be vague at the same time. Well, I mentioned the name of that thing. Guess what I started hearing on my phone? They freaking were in my phone line, my wife and I, because we mentioned that. And I'm sitting there, and let me tell you how I reacted. Because we knew we were that they were literally listening to us. They're keeping track of whoever's out there doing these other forms in order to try to stay alive, okay? And so we hear this crackling on our phone all of a sudden the moment I said that word. And my wife goes, that's weird, you sounded robotic. And I said, yeah. I said, they're listening to us right now. And she goes, what? And I said, yeah, think about it. I said this word, and all of a sudden it gets... And you say I sounded like a robot for a second, but now I'm fine. Yeah, they're listening in right now. And she goes, you guys are villains. And she starts saying, like, you know, allow people to find a way to survive. You can't tell us what you know when you know nothing. You know, this, that, and another thing. And I went after him and I just said, you know, for you guys to try to suppress anybody who's trying to find out what's going on and try to tell people that something is good for them when you know it's not. And you have an agenda, but you won't let people in on that. And the idea that there's no transparency right now, everything's a red flag everywhere I look. I said, the problem with you guys is you're not willing to be open and honest. And if you were, then maybe you'd have full compliance. But you will never, because you guys are crooks. You're villains. You guys are doing something very shady here. And if you look at the science, which apparently nobody wants to do above, there's something shady going on here. There's something wrong. But no, let's force it. You know what? People under 12 now, you should get them going on this thing. Yeah, you know what? I'm not interested in an enlarged heart. That's what Joanne's got going on over there. She's got the enlarged heart situation. We're trying to find her, you know, a donor, a normal-sized heart. She's got one the size of a cow currently. And when she breathes, you can't tell. Every time I'm trying to talk, you hear, fly! Dang it! But Joanne's back there, cow heart, you know, and I'm not interested in that, okay? I am interested, however, in hearing data. And when you hear about something that everybody's like, yeah, but you're not an animal. I'm not. We all are. I mean, because we're classified as something else. You know what? That thing won
the Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, go look it up. This is some serious stuff. And when people interact with that thing, they don't have to go on, some sort of machine to keep them going. I'm trying to be super vague. I hope you guys get it. But you don't have to do that when you introduce this thing. If you look at the protocols for the first year and a half of this entire freaking nightmare that we've been living in, it says phase 1 is you try to treat people with this one thing. One thing. If that doesn't work, you move to the next phase, which has the same freaking thing. You're not allowed to try anything else. This is all you could try with this regimen. This is it. If you have other thoughts, no, you can't do it. We are controlling the situation. The third level, the same freaking drug is in there. I'm like, what is going on here? It's a 3-phase thing. And then I think they introduced the one that the Dr. Frage, that he was like, yeah, this one's good. There's efficacy. There's no freaking efficacy. You're the worst human being. That guy, I swear, that Time magazine was specifically shot that way to make him look like the devil. Because he is. He is. I said something a while back that it was kind of crazy, is kind of out there, but I do believe it to be true. In every generation, there is a devil. Every single generation. And the devil may be a lot of people, but there is a devil living within every single generation in the history of time. But guess what? Jesus is also living in every single generation in the history of time. He's come back every time to keep this world going. He's come back every single generation to save this planet and try to fight the evil. You think it was a one time and done? He's been back over and over and over. It just wasn't the way that they lied to you in a book. Throughout time, the spirit of that man has come back through many people in order to try to save this planet. To save it from the devil who's been living the whole time as well. Why do I know that? Because I don't know any of this. I speak from something that no one has access to but me. At least in this show, in this realm, in this moment. I didn't read it in a book. We write our own book here. In the history of time, the man came back over and over and over. He's not coming from the clouds. He comes back as a human each time. Just to try. Without that, this planet would have disappeared long ago. We would have disappeared long ago. The good had to continue through it all. Someone had to lead the way. Someone had to be the light for everybody else to follow and say, that's where I need to be. I couldn't understand it because over there, it's such a strong pull. They grab you, they take you, and they pull you down. And once you're down, you can't get back up. You're stuck. You're almost like addicted to it in this weird, like self-mutilating way. We only get a little bit of time. And don't be fooled when people say, you got time. No. Why have I been here for 980 days in a row? Because I don't have much time. You don't have that much time. I expire. This show expires same day. Some people have to do something in order to try. If only to inspire others to do the same. And when it's not popular to do so, and when you're ridiculed for doing so, and people throw slurs, names, all kinds of different, titles, whatever they want to say at you, you could let it hurt you, you could let it affect you, or you could just say, I'm on a path and I don't hear anything, I don't see anything except that door with light pouring out around all three sides. for. It's coming from underneath as well, just pouring out, calling. What's more important? What makes you smile? What makes you tick? All of that? Or that light? I don't know if it's because when I was younger, I had friends that really screwed me over, and they had no loyalty, and that allowed me to see people for what they really are. But now I understand that if you have an open heart for everybody, and you give people the opportunity to come in, and it's up to them. It's up to them. You will never feel slighted. You will never feel angry. You will never get down on yourself because you lived open to all possibilities. You gave everybody the benefit of the doubt. Doesn't matter their skin color. It doesn't matter what they believe, just as long as they can look at you, smile, and say hello. That's enough. That's enough for you to start a conversation and lift someone up a level. You don't have to agree on things. You can talk about things you do agree on. You don't have to talk about things that make you upset because you have these different points of view. Just move around it. Talk about something else. But we do have to figure out a way to get around all of the division that's been created for thousands of years. This is not a new thing. The original idea, I believe, of opening up all of these different religions, factions. I mean, realistically, if you think about this, you had different, people all over the world. And because they're born in a certain place, they're taught a certain religion. They are a part of a certain religion. It really baffles me when people say, well, if you don't believe in my God, you can't go to heaven. You can't get to the next level. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. What you need to believe in is yourself. What you need to believe in is that you have the opportunity to level up and find something within yourself that you didn't know you can do, because when you find it, the world just lightens up around you and people start to find it within themselves. This is like a personal journey, and then you have a journey for this world. You got two things to do here. You got to figure out what you're here to do and how do you help this planet. If you're out there tearing people down, I guarantee you what happens at the end is not going to make you happy. At the end, I believe what happens, and this is based on what I heard, some gentleman who passed away for 29 minutes came back, and they said, what happens? Like, what happens at the end? And he said, this is what happens at the end. You will relive your life over and over from the perspective of every single person you know. Every person that ever met you in the history of time. And you will feel how they felt about you. You will see if they thought you were funny. If you were funny, you'll get to see you'll get to see a third person perspective of you, but from every single person, from your family, from your kids, and I believe you judge yourself. What makes more sense to you? That there's a guy sitting up above who's going to judge you? Or you review your entire existence from the perspective of others, and the way you feel about yourself at the very end puts you where you need to go. You judge yourself. So, whether that's true or not, if you were to review your life, how would you feel at the end of it? Would your heart feel lighter? Or would you feel it sunk in the bottom of your stomach? That's only for you to figure out, but if it makes you feel like crap when you think about that, there's still time. We're here to figure out how to forget about that, so the day that comes, and it's coming for everybody, and you have to review, you feel amazing about all of the things you've done. And there's going to be things that are, again, we've determined you didn't feel great about this, but from that one day that you realized what reality is, you decided to change your stripes. You decided to go out there and hold a door for someone, to smile at someone, to see them feel better instead of take them down. And when you did that, everything in your life changed. I don't put that much thought into it when I live my day. But I go through every one of my days trying to make every single person I see happier when I see them. Whether it's a joke, whether it's just, a friendly hello, telling a little story while I'm sitting there. But I always aim, no matter who the person is, to see them smile or to know that I made them feel better by being in their presence for a few moments and not being a guy who had his head down at his phone and did whatever at the transaction. You make eye contact with someone and you realize this is a soul sitting across you. This could be your best friend. This could be your sister. It could be your brother. We are all brothers and sisters. This idea that you're not cool and I'm cool and that guy's cool and that one's not cool is ridiculous. Everybody is amazing. You need to know how amazing you are. You can't lose sight of that, because that's the first step in closing in on that uniqueness. If you start to think, you know what, maybe I have something to offer. If you start to tell yourself, I wasn't just put here to wake up day by day until it's over. If you remind yourself that you were put here for a reason, you will find it. But I can guarantee you, there are way too many souls that take their last breath not knowing why they were put here, and they did not accomplish what they set out to when they came back. I chose that last line specifically. When they came back. Not everybody chooses to, but some that are enjoying their time and their total bliss see the world that's going on and say, you know what? I gotta give it a try. So what do you say? You guys ready to join me on this mission? 980 days in a row? We're just getting going. We got 20 days till day 1000. We need to blast this show out to the planet. And they all need to come back here, because when they do, and they can step away from the negativity for a few minutes every day. You just need like a few minutes every day to be able to see the world a little clearer. You absolutely are blinded currently. Shut the negatube off. Don't even watch it. I'm not sure where to get your information, to be honest, because I don't know. I think that we have to continue to lean on the sources, online sources that we have. The truth tellers here. Marf, you got, Wages, you got, when you're talking about people, Ron, EMA, people coming out and letting you know what's going on to try to prep you for the worst. And I'm here to prep your soul for the worst. We all need to get the information, I get that. But what happens when we have to review our lives and we can't say to ourselves, that last X amount of years I was really in a rut. I really couldn't find a way to smile at people. I couldn't find a way to level other people up because I was feeling bad about myself. I guarantee you, this show can heal you. It can heal a sad soul. And it can bring you back from the depths of darkness you never thought possible. But you do need to show up in order to find that. You do need to show up in order to get into the momentum of the energy. You can't just catch it once. You can't show up one time and be like, oh, cool, I'm ready to go. You got to come back because the moment taking place here, the gravity of these moments is what keeps you connected to living right now. It's easy to talk about things. It's easy to get into topics and have a conversation about news, but that's not living in the moment. What we do every second is remind you that this second is happening right now. Everything else, non-existent. The past, we know how that took place. You do one review. Take a little review of your day. You sit there, meditate over it, and never think about it again. Now, you say that loosely, but mostly, you never want to think about things after you think about them once. Because the moment will slip right by. Oh, but I needed to think about that thing. Oh, I needed to... Don't! Drop it! Drop every thought that already took place. Get here, right now, because this is it. And it's already gone. That's why I know time doesn't exist. If time existed, then I'd be able to determine what a minute was and what an hour was when we're in the middle of these moments, but I can't. I truly believe there are moments where we stop time. There is no tick. It just sits for a second, and then it starts up again. How would that be possible if time continues? How would it be possible that we need an extra day every 4 years in order for time to line up? Because it doesn't. Because time can stop. Time does stop. And this is why, we got to line it up with this, because it doesn't line up. We're not working off the proper, there was a Gregorian time or something like that. That was thousands of years ago where it actually did line up. And it was, I think it was 360 days, I want to say. And that's what a perfect year is 360 days. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe time can stop. And it does in other moments in our lives when we're in the middle of those life or death situations. When they say everything's an accident and it happens very quickly, time stops in those moments. You know they do. And afterwards you're like, geez, that was weird. Because I saw that whole thing happening and it just like, it's still slowed down in a way. How's that possible? Such a powerful moment that it stops time. I don't know if it stops it for the rest of the world, but it does for me in that moment, and that is all I care about. One of the most important reasons why I show up every day is full expression. I think that's where I find my happiness. They used to call me Smiley in high school. Like, that was my nickname. I just didn't know how to not smile. My name was Smiley. So it's not like a new thing that I'm positive and like always wanting people to smile. I've always been the guy who smiles because I guess I just innately understood with my smile, I'm going to generate smiles. But in high school as a freshman, the seniors called me Smiley, and that stuck. I just don't like fighting with people. It's not like I'm like, that guy doesn't like me, so that hurts my feelings. Look, if someone doesn't like me, I can't, there's nothing I can do about that. What I can say and do is be me constantly every step of the way And if someone has a problem with that, that's on them. And I would say to you, if you're fully expressing yourself and you're living your 100% truth, and anybody else has a problem with you at all, that is on them, not on you. You are doing what the spirit of this universe, what the Lord wants you to do. Full expression. Find it and generate the light for yourself. You truly have so much power that you don't realize. How do I know that? Because every day I show up here and do 2+ hours without a script. That's a power I didn't realize I had. You think I was a 23-year-old guy writing songs? I'm like, one day I'm going to do 2+ hours every day for 980 days in a row, and it's going to be freaking awesome every single show. Yeah, right. Nobody told me I'd figure out how to live in the moment. All the time. These are things you have to uncover. You need to tap into your greatness. You've got something so powerfully amazing, beautiful, unique, and nobody else on this planet could do it the same way. But you can't find it out there. That's the biggest lie you heard, is you need to go into some building in order to connect with. No, you need to search within you. The Lord is within each and every one of us. People say it different ways. You are the... No, you got the Lord. Every single person has the Spirit of the Creator in them. Are you able to tap in? And when you do, this is what happens. And I so want you to find it. In whatever way you do, whatever it is that you're going to do for this world. Believe me, it's something. You are here right now in this timeline for a reason. There's something you need to uncover, something you need to bring to the table to save someone, to save your town, save your family, save society, save the world. It's not just me, it's all of us. We need to do it together, because together we are powerful, and this is why they push the biggest lie of all. I pretty much am certain, and you are too, I guess, that every single bit of racism that exists in this world started at the upper echelon. It wasn't normal people walking down and around the streets that originally started this concept of hating people for their skin color or for their belief structure. This was a group of people who said, we need to get these people to fight so they don't realize that we are pushing them into the friggin' ground. They've been doing this for 300-400 years to us, guys. They finally realize they're at endgame right now. They're at endgame. Push people through this process here. Force them through it. We're getting through a force, like Australia. Force them through a process here. And take it to the next single occupation. New World. Yeah. That's what they're aiming for. They've all been aiming for it. They all talk about it. Every single one of them talks about it. No, we need a new one. New world. What do we need a new world for? The one we have is fine. You know, something that always really dug in at me was something my friend said to me in high school, and it's very true. He said, Mark, you know, there's an old saying, Rome will never fall. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, Rome fell. Genghis Khan, everybody's like, there's no way. He's going to rule forever, and they'll... Every single civilization that's ever ruled on this planet has fallen at some point. We're next at some point. Look, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The question is when. The question is it in our lifetime? Seems like they're pushing towards that. But hopefully we can somehow weather the storm here, and we can, as a group, as a world, come together to realize what's going on here. They keep us in a depressed state. They keep us in fear, locked down, put these covers over our faces so we can't see each other's faces. We can't see a smile. They know how powerful a smile is. We need to cover that up. We can't let them see that. My quote is, a smile has an energetic value that costs 0 to the currency holder. My smiles cost 0, but they have an energetic value, a positive value on those that feel it and see it. And you're telling me we're going to walk around and cover that up? You're telling me none of this is intentional? 2 days after the last guy, you couldn't get him out? Oh, he couldn't get the votes. 2 days later, we're dealing with this whole situation? The World Bank had a document. It said it starts on April 2020. It ends on April 2025. Guess what? We started March 23rd. Pretty freaking close, right, guys? That means we still have 4 more years of this freaking garbage. These people are toying with us. I beg you to stay strong. I beg you to remain just faithful to the fact that your intuition will never lead you astray. You need to listen to your intuition, though. Do not listen to the people who say that, oh, we know. Oh, trust us. Don't ever listen to anybody who says trust us. This is mental. These people continue to say one thing and then the next week it's another thing. I fear October because I believe they're going to shut it all down again. When I saw the fraud come out the other day and he goes, oh, the new cow strain, oh, that one's fine. We're not going to be okay. There's not really a concern with that right now. Oh, really? When that piece of garbage comes out and says it's not a concern right now, next month we're locking down. Yeah, I'm sorry. He's a piece of garbage. That guy is, I can't even understand how he's not in jail right now. We have this thing going on around the world right now because of him. Gain of function research. And it's interesting to me how the definition and what he did are exactly the same thing. And he has the nerve right there on the stand to over and over say, it's not gain of function. It's not? That's freaking what you said it is. Oh, no. Anybody you talk to would say that's not what it is. Oh, my goodness. Where's the Supreme Court when you need them? Unbelievable. Right? Sig, thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate your donation. Guys, I appreciate your support here. Down below, you'll see a bunch of links at Patreon. Like Jacqueline Grace supports the show on Patreon each month. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. And, of course, you have PayPal. You've got Venmo. If you hit me off on a PayPal or Venmo, just shoot me a note here because I will say thank you very much so right here live on the show. And you can even say, hey, check your email, Mark, and I'll check that way, and then I'll give you a big shout out. I do appreciate the PayPal and Venmo because when I do get a donation there, almost 100% of that goes to me. Where here on YouTube, they take about 38% of every dollar. So, you give $1, I get about 62 cents. Freaking YouTube, right? But that's still fine. I appreciate that 62 cents. I'm just letting you know your dollar goes a lot further when you do Venmo, you do PayPal, and you shoot me a note in the chat and just say, hey, Mark, I'll give you a donation. Check your email. And like I said, I do appreciate all your support. Keep in mind, guys, that there are currently 8 albums out in the world right now from just 2021. Yeah. Literally, I don't even know how we did this, but I do know. We're just getting into it here every day in the moment. But 104 songs are out there in the world right now from just 2021. And we have another one coming out in 3.5 weeks, or 3 weeks. So I got to really get to editing. I got a lot of stuff I've not edited. So we're going to have to break it down. I am going to probably play you a clip. I hope that was a good rant for you guys. I hope you appreciated that. I don't know what we're going to say ever, and I hope there was something there that clicked. Now, with all of that, I think I have to play you this because it's a kind of a tie off to the rant. This song right here is on the album that just came out 4 days ago. Actually, it was released 7 days ago, and it came out, I think, 3 or 4 days ago.
My job is to
Trish Killian has the album already, guys. If you've picked up the album, let me know. I will give you a shout out for that as well. Sid, thank you, buddy. So this is called Help Them Find the Light.
after day.
The news keeps getting worse. I can't stand the propagandas all over my screen. I tune in, I open up anything from Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, you pick. Yeah, it's all the same thing. Yeah, they're plastering the images, trying to get the fear to take me out of my game. No, you can't get to me. You see, we're living in a higher vibration here. You see, you can't penetrate the light we're building here. No, we're going to keep on growing, going to keep on showing the negative world the way to the light. Stand on the precipice of life, waiting for the knife to come down and cut you start running away from all the darkness that's sending your way. Oh, let's get away, show them the way. Show them the way into the light. Show them the way home into the light. We'll find a way into the light. Find a way. Find a way to the light. Everybody gather round, put your hands up in the air. Wave your hands back and forth, yeah, and let it all out. Oh, reach for the sky, yeah, let it all fly, yeah. Out your fingertips, yeah, you can scream it from your lips, yeah, you can let it all out. The universe is waiting for you, it's waiting for you. To ride. Your hands in the air, wave them round, yeah, show the world you care, yeah, you're not giving up like them. No, I'm over the hatred, the fighting, all of the perpetual hate. Yeah, let's put it down in the ground, yeah, let's bury it 6 feet down, yeah, let's move on. Let's drop the frown, it's turning it around. Yeah, let's smile some more and change the world. Yeah, let's teach them how to find the light. Help them find a way into the light. Don't find the light. Find a way into the light.
highway to the light. Tangled web, we're sticking to it, yeah, we can't get our hands out, no. Yeah, grabbing you, no matter where you go, you're stuck to their glue. Yeah, we've got to get control back, we've got to say no. Help them find a way into the light. Time to get control back, so don't give up, no. Just open your heart and help them find the light. Help them find the light. Help them find the light. We gotta do help find the light. Help find the light. Help find the light.
That was a freaking pick throw. Oh, wow. Sig, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. And guys, just so you know, Sig in general is also one who is very, very awesome about... I get Venmo from Sig randomly. I'll just be like in the middle of my day with a real estate client trying to sell a piece of real estate. And I'll check my email, and I'll be like, what's going on over here? 6 Hour. Hey, you received a donation from 6 Hour. And Sig's like, hey, buddy, keep it up. Hey, just checking on you. Like, we love Sig. Sig's a great guy. Sig's always caring for people. Hey, if you haven't seen How Dare You, Sig Sauer, you got to watch that. It's a good episode. That's a Facce classic. You haven't seen the Facce classic of Dick Facce? Says, how dare you? 6 Hour. That one you need to definitely check out. So guys, we are here again for day 980. I just wanted to let you know we're 20 days away from the 1000th day in a row that we take this world by storm. Yeah. I just shared this over on Zuckerchooch book. Yeah, I'm like, these people. They don't do anything. I get 4 views after 980 days on Facce book. Yeah, that's what I get from this. I get Zuckerchooched. I think everybody gets Zuckerchooched these days. I don't know. But I would say that we're having fun here. I think people should come and hang out so we could enjoy ourselves. You know what I mean? What'd you think of that tune? Do you guys like that song? Help them find the light? Holy freaking cow. You can't find the light after that one. I tell you, you're like looking in the wrong places, is what I'd say. You'd be like, what happened to that one? Is our brother Wolfie in the house? He sure is. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but the night Wolfie wasn't here, I happened to write a song called Wolfie's Got Me Now. And it's a little something we're sending out to our brother Wolf. There's our brother Wolfie in the house over here, guys. So if you see Wolf Light in the chat, you say, Wolfie's got me now. And you'd be like, yes, indeed. Right here. Check this out.
With the timeless protection of ADT.
Timeless protection of ADT by Menon. Wait a second. Joanne, did by Menon purchase ADT? Well, no, but we just heard a commercial with ADT, and then I heard the by Menon at the end. What? It wasn't me, Joanne. We heard it on the screen. No, I didn't do the by Menon. That came through in the commercial. What, you're telling me that was me? You're going to pretend that I made up the by Menon at the end of that ADT commercial? I heard him say, oh, buy two, get one free. By Menon. You guys didn't, did anybody else hear that? Was I I thought I heard that by Menon had now purchased ADT. I don't know. Anyway, look, I can't get too much into that topic because Joanne has to go get some Yoo-hoo for freaking Mr. Woohoo over here. Yeah, look, guys, you have to understand when you got a Zabrowski situation going on, you got to take care of him. You know what I mean? He puts this is his rider. You know, when you have a talent rider, the slip, look, I got to have, you know, like a pack of cigs. I got to have like some artisan water and some friggin' Yoo-hoo. That's Zabrowski. Zabrowski, you should drop the cigs. That's not good for you. You didn't hear that? Yeah, Surgeon General. Anyway, the Zabrowski, when he does come, he already left. I was just joking. He's not there right now. But Joanne, why did you put up the big life-size cutout of Zabrowski to mess with me? I didn't understand that. I'm looking over there and I saw Zabrowski. I'm talking to Zabrowski, but it wasn't Zabrowski. It was a life-size cutout of Zabrowski. I got that from Joanne. She put it up. She's trying to mess with me. Listen, Joanne, just do me a favor. Get rid of the life-size cutout of Zabrowski. Put him on the side. Okay? You gave him his check today. How do we... First of all, who paid for the life-size cutout of Zabrowski? You got it out of petty cash? Were you doing it out of petty cash? What are you doing? You're taking out of petty cash to buy a Zabrowski cutout. I didn't okay the petty cash, you know. You're doing a petty cash purchase on a Zabrowski cutout? You know, it's moments like this that I'm like, whew, Joanne. You nailed it, Joanne. How did you, think of that. That's brilliant. So now when Zabrowski, when I want to like get a woohoo and I make one up, I could throw something at the cutout Zabrowski still and get like I got it out. I may neck chop the cutout Zabrowski. You know what? Leave him up. Joanne, don't touch the life-size cutout Zabrowski. We're leaving him up for the night. I may neck chop him on the way by and see how that goes. Look, if you have to buy a second one, just use petty cash. Anyway, look, guys, that's what we're doing here. Petty cashing it. Holy cow. What are we doing here? Wolf. We were just about to do a Wolfie song, and then I got sidetracked by the petty cash. You can't Christina Applegate it? Petty cash. So my mother, on the babysitter died? What was the name of that song? What was the name of that movie? Something about my babysitter died, and then she goes to work and uses the petty cash. That's where I got the bit from, the petty cash. And then don't you remember the guy comes with like the ice cream truck with clowns? And he's like, I love you. It's right in the middle of the party. She's throwing this massive party because she pretends to be like this like mega powerhouse, Christina Applegate. And no, she's just this kid. Yeah, she's like in high school. But they had to do it because the babysitter died. And it was a good movie. But she used petty cash. She shouldn't have done that. No. Joanne did, though. Joanne? How much did it cost? I just want to know. You look, just write it down. You don't have to say it because I don't want Renaissance Man fam to know. What? Are you kidding me? Joanne? That's all the petty cash. She spent it all. She sent it all. Now I got no more petty cash. I can't go buy a backup if I neck chop him and break the neck tonight. I'm doing it. I don't care. You know what? If we have a Zabrowski body and you got to tape that friggin' head back on. Joanne, that's part of your new job. That's part of your daily task now, is to sew the Zabrowski head back onto the cardboard life-size cutout of Zabrowski. So he's not just like a headless horseman. You got him hooked back up. I don't want an Ichabod Crane situation going on. You get that thing working for me, all right? Like, oh, Sleepy Hollow. No Sleepy Hollows, okay? Get that head, sew it back on. I don't want a Christopher Walken situation where he's playing, the Headless Horseman. I don't know how he speaks as a Headless Horseman. Wow, I'm holding my head under my arm. Wow. To drive my horse. It's Christopher Walken. When he's a Headless Horseman, the head talks from here. He's driving. He's like, oh, take a right. You go right because you're able to see headless, but you got the head, so it's not really totally headless. Like your torso, like you got no head here, but you still are holding your head. So like, to me, you're kind of like not headless. You just have your head in a different place. You're a head displaced. I'm going to call you head displaced. Oh, you're holding it over there. Wow. Yes. Do me a favor. Get me toothpaste. My breath is kicking. I can smell it from here. Wow. Christopher Walken playing Headless Horseman, take 2. Wow. You got a head in my armpit. It's sweating. My hair smells terrible. Using his gel, you could take it after I get a sweaty armpit situation. And you part my hair in the middle with this sweat, beating sweat, my head. Wow. Wow, headless. Nothing here. I'm just saying, it could happen. You could be driving down the street, Sleepy Hollow situation happens. Just be prepared for anything is what I'm saying. You don't know. You really don't know if you get hit with a, Christopher Walken situation. My friend had a great idea years ago. We were talking this out. And I'm not sure how we came across it, but we were thinking like, how funny would it be if you had a movie where Christopher Walken gets like stranded in a town. He drives in his Ferrari or whatever, and he pulls into town. Gets a flat tire. Wow. I gotta call Ferrari. Ferrari's not picking up the friggin' phone. Like, no matter what, Walken's calling over and over, and it's like it's not going anywhere. It's like Twilight Zone situation. So he's like, I gotta get something to eat. Go to the diner. He goes to the diner. But no, hold on. First of all, he goes to the mechanic. He's like, wow, driving, he's get a pop tire. You fix it. I give you a 20. I'll flip you $1. The guy's like, sure. But he doesn't say sure. He goes, wow, sure. Christopher, we'll do it for you. Walken looks at him. He's like, okay. He leaves. Goes to the diner. Sees right across the street, the diner. As he's walking, he sees on the marquee for the theater, they've got all Christopher Walken movies. The Dead Zone, Pulp Fiction, starring Christopher Walken Week. He's like, wow, good timing. Come to town. Yeah, me a mega marathon run for my films. Walken gets inside the diner. He sits down. They're like, wow, you want some water? He's like, yes, of course. I want water. They bring him the water. They put it out. He's zippity zoos out, right? He's taking it down. Then they come over. Oh, Mr. Walken, what can I get to you tonight? Now he thinks they're like messing with him. Oh, stabbing you in the face, the soldering iron. How dare you talk to me like that? The guy goes, oh, no disrespect, Christopher. He's like, I'll have the tuna melt. Walken. Guy goes, takes tuna melt. He's going out there. He comes back. Wow, can get you a drink, Mr. Walken. Walken at this point starting thinking about throwing his water in this guy's face. He's like, how dare you come down and talk to me like this? The guy says, Christopher, we love you. The whole town. Yeah, hold on. The mayor just walked in. Wow, Christopher Walken. I'm a good man. That's right. Here to talk to you. Tell you
He's a key to the city. He came down and get the best tuna melt.
This side of the railroad tracks. Walken takes the key to the city. He's like, what's going on? I'm going to hit you with the freaking key. The mayor goes, look, we in this town are the biggest fans of Christopher Walken. And they all talk like you. Everybody. Dining people, even the patrons. Everybody talks like you. Don't talk to that little kid over there.
Wow, Christopher Walken. When you dying?
Little kid. He's got a dead-on Christopher Walken over there. 4. He's doing a dead-on Walken at 4 years old. And you're telling me that you're okay with it and that you can, like, someone do better? No, I'm sorry. Nobody could do better than a 4-year-old kid doing Christopher Walken dead-on. Just saying. In fact, even Walken was like, I can't even do it that good. Walken was saying, wow, you fantastic kid. You got it, kid.
Wow. Take it down just a level and talk. For a little while, maybe you put it in high gear.
If you do,
you're bound
to get lost at night.
Oh, when I was a kid, I lived
street.
I took bus stop. I go to the next route. I'm there.
Wow. Get off the bus stop. Do my 2 cents.
Oh. Guy hit me in the freaking chin. I got out. Stab him in the face with a rock.
The sharp kind.
I pulled down.
Face. Go. Bam. Bam.
I start kicking him in the friggin' face. Kick him in the chest. Wow. There's blood coming out at this time. He's a guy. Cop. Come down. What are you doing, Chris? I said, wow. This guy is attacking Christopher Walken. What are we doing?
They saved the day. Christopher Walken, he was good to go after that. They were like, we'll let you slide. You're Christopher Walken. Look, when you got a Christopher Walken situation, Christopher Walken comes out of the freaking, like, the line. He comes out of, like, the corner of the dark and he just starts hammering you with, like, a bat. You just deal with it. You just deal with it. I am so happy to see each and every one of you. I'm be afraid of neck chopping Christopher Walken for sure.
Well, you can't neck chop Walken.
Wow.
You can neck chop
Zabrowski. Zabrowski's getting a neck chop in the half. We're going to break that freaking cutout. I'll tell you what, Joanne. Good call on getting me a Zabrowski because I can neck chop the hell out of him every night. Like I said, get that. I want you to sew him on so when I knock him off, I can feel like I'm really strong. His head just takes off every night. His head. Man, I feel good. I just Zabrowski'd that freaking thing. He's sitting there thinking he's good, right? Zippity zappity zoo. I came through with an elbow and then also with the neck chop. He didn't expect the neck chop after the elbow. It was like a double decker elbow into a neck chop. And then his head comes off. Joanne, you got what thread are you working with now? Are you gonna? No, you need to get like some serious, like go and get the stuff they use for boats, so you can tie it back on. And then I want you to put a piece of cardboard behind it, so there's a little bit of extra, give. So when I give that neck chop, I can feel like it's really Zabrowski's neck. I'm like, look, buddy, you didn't give a good woohoo tonight. Zoop. Done, right? Neck flip. Man, I feel good. Bye, man. So I think now's a good time for us to put on the clip I was planning on putting on 15 minutes ago before I started this comedy clip. I'm out of my mind, though, as you know. You know what it is? I will not stop myself from exploring where one thought leads us. That's it. If one thought leads me in a direction, I'm going to flush it out. I'm going to take it wherever it leads us. And most times we have a new bit at the end. It's crazy. Anyway, here we go. A little Wolfie action here.
and I can't get away. He starts coming towards me. I don't know what I'll do. Start climbing a tree. The wolfie's got me now. The wolfie's got me now. Morning comes. The wolf sits below. He's waiting for me to get tired and come on down. I'll stay up here all day if I got to. The wolf keeps looking up. He's just licking his lips. He can't wait to take a chomp on me. Go away, find another prey, find someone today. The wolfie's got me now. The wolfie's got me now. Day 3. It's just me up in the tree looking down at Wolfie sitting below me. Wants to climb, wants to get me, and I keep climbing high. I hope he won't smell me, he'll just go away. But he's got it all, yeah, he's trained on me. Oh, he's got me now, yeah, oh, he's got me now. I run and zigzag, try to get away, try to run fast, but I'm too slow, cause the wolf ain't got me, yeah. Yeah, oh, the wolf has got me now. The wolf has got me now. Oh. Grab this tree branch, give it a swing, keep that wolf away, jump down, maybe get away to my car, jump in before he has a chance to bite my tire now. Me on my way. First branch I grab is $2 strong. I can't get it to break. No, I'm starting to get delusional. 3 days old without food, no. Wolfie can't wait for me to get tired of this game. Hope you get away. We got to get away. Oh, jump out of this tray. Yeah, hit him with a branch if I can. Whatever got to do, got to get away before my end. Yeah, whoa, oh. The wolfie's got me now. The wolfie's got me now. Oh, the wolfie's got me now. The wolfie's got me now. Jump down, yeah, look at that human, he ain't lame, say, gonna jump all over him now, thought he could get away, get to his car, no way, yeah, I bit him, yeah, I ate him, oh, yeah, he thought that was his first mistake, says Wolfie.
Little Wolfie got you now situation going on. I got another one for you. Oh, it's right there. You could see it. That's the one we're playing.
He's my miracle
This
child.
song right here. Oh, hold on, Mana. This song right here, guys, is absolutely fire. I think from the new album here, this could be one of the songs that should kind of get some good play because of the vibe you're about to feel. It's called You Can't Get Away From You. And remember that no matter what happens in life, no matter how much money you make, no matter how smart you think you are, you can't get away from you. So you have to live with everything you do. So the choice is on you whether or not you want to do things that make you feel great, because everything, whether you think it does or not, affects you. So live for what makes you feel lighter, share what makes you feel lighter, and just always remember that you can't get away from you. Who's ready for a full horn section? First, I gotta drop some funky bass on you. How about a little beat seat? Let me get that horn. What? Yeah, bop that head. Here we go. Let's get it.
We're going a long distance driver. Yeah, getting behind the wheel, going all night into the moonlight. Yeah, stars above, you don't mind. The roads are clear, you can see for miles driving. Yeah, when you're blazing through the night, and the sun is starting to rise in front of you. It's driving into the light. There's nothing like the neon glow is coming through you. You're driving like you're flying through. Get that energy though, so you take it on you, throw it into the next gear. You're moving it quicker now. You got no fear, 'cause no one's out on the road yet. Yeah, you're gonna take it as long as you get. Yeah, before we cloud up, yeah, those lights, this pandemic's all over. Yeah, every day out on the road, and it's slow like a Grover. Yeah, you're sitting rolling over. Yeah, you got it, you're just waiting for people to clear the road. Gotta get back to the flow, I gotta go in. Drive it till I get to the sun, yeah. You can get away from you. No.
Let's get it. Verse 2. Ooh, after a little shredding. Here we go.
No style than you know. From the ground and driving till I run out of gas. I'm running out of electric. I don't care whatever I'm driving. Gonna go until I'm empty. I'm gonna
you do it builds you up to this moment. It's up to you, can you live with it? You can't get away from you. No, no. You can't get away from you.
Throw that freaking pick right there.
Did we just write another song?
Yes, you just wrote another freaking song. That was fire. That was a fire tune right there. You brought some fire to the table. Things are coming out. Look, you can't not bring some fire on Labor Day. You know what I mean? Anna, have a good night. Thank you so much for kicking in with us. Guys, we are drawing in 20 days until day 1,000 in a row. And we need the world here for that one. But in order to do that, we first have to fight back. How do we do that, Mark? I got you. I got you. Check this out. Here we go. We did it for you. We wrote it for you. You just have to share it with the world. It's called Fighting Back. That's what you do. See, I was just telling you. It's like we lead it into the next song.
after quite a beating. Yeah, you're gonna need it. You needing another day or two to recoup and see if you can be you again. 'Cause right now you're just not you. You're broken down. You're broken down to the ground. It's not just your body, but your spirit fighting back. Oh, we're fighting back. Let's lift you up, let's make it right. 'Cause you put out that heart of a lion, and that's the fight we need to see from all. And right now I'm not seeing it. That fight seems small, but we're scattered. We need to come together. We're fighting back. Oh, we're fighting back. Lace the gloves up again. This time you're ready for that combo. Left hook, right jab, uppercut. You got a left, right combo of your own to share. Yeah, you knock 'em down to the canvas. You got your hands in the air, thinking one like Rocky. While Apollo Creed stands back up again. He says, I ain't finished yet, Rockman. Yeah, you're gonna go at least 4 more rounds with me. I'm gonna put you in the ground. Yeah, you can see I'm ready to take you on the Philly man. Yeah, I'm Apollo Creed and I'm the man. We're fighting back. We're fighting back. Rocky, don't back down, no, you got the heart of the tiger. Oh, he gets up over and over again until his brain is damaged and he still keeps going 'cause he don't know the word defeat. They don't like you when you tell them you're not gonna play the games. We're fighting back. We're fighting back. We're fighting back. We're fighting
That is what I'm freaking talking
trying
about
to
right there. Ready to fight back with me? Who's ready to fight back and take this world by storm? This guy. Guys, remember tomorrow we do it all over again. Show should be somewhere around probably 10:30 tomorrow night. But I will be with you. So, until then, make sure you watch the rant from tonight. It was powerful. I'm going to go back and try to cut it and drop it for tomorrow if possible. But I've got about 5 songs I'm working on, so I'm not sure what I'll drop, but I'll try to get something out for you tomorrow. And then I'll see you tomorrow night. Remember, guys, if you can, when you're not here live, drop over and check out a piece of content. Give it a comment, give it a share, give it a like. The more you interact with the show, the more others will find the show. So I appreciate you. And let me just say goodnight to my family and friends that are kicking in here with us. I want to say thank you to Sig Sauer for his donations tonight. And he also gave me one, like I said, on Venmo. I got one from Sig Sauer. Thank you, my brother. Xenostropic Truth, my friend, so good to see you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Trish, Juniper Berries, Bonnie, anybody else that might be here, just say goodnight now or forever hold your peace. And remember, I will see you tomorrow for day 981 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. Sig Sauer, my brother, kicking it back in the chat. So, until tomorrow, fam and friends, remember, keep your heads up. And if you do have a moment where you feel down, you just come on over here to the Renaissance Man Show and you look at anything, whether it's a piece of music, a piece of inspiration, or a piece of comedy, and you will feel better. That is what I'm meant to do. That is why I'm here, to bring you out of your funk every single day of your life. When you're there, I'll bring you out of it. You can guarantee that. Double-edged sword, my friend. Appreciate you. So, fam and friends, until tomorrow, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, you got to go, yeah. You got to go.